boys, I'm back in town. Whoa. What's up, all you beautiful people? Today feels like today is a day that has never happened in the history of our podcast, Bachelors in the City.
What's happened?
Well, it's just cool because we're here sitting recording this episode together for the first time in our new apartment. We got Burn the Ships, our new roommate motto behind us on the wall. And it's cool to finally be back in New York together, man, recording an episode the way it intended to be done.
Man, you're right. It's been a long time since we've been in the same location and recording.
I mean, the last time for sure was back when we were at the summit at our last location in New York. So this is kind of cool. But man, this has been, I would say, the month of, little did I know, April 2022, what you had in store. Little did I know.
I think you and all the other Webbers need to take a nap.
I think we need to go into hibernation mode because, guys, I have a story for you that I believe probably contributed to this, or that I think this insane, hectic month probably contributed to happening, and I'll get into that in a little bit. It's quite embarrassing.
Oh, it's nasty, guys.
It's very embarrassing. But it is nasty. True, and we are here to give you the truth. I don't know why I said it that way. It sounds like we're like on a documentary.
We want the truth
show.
and nothing but the truth. Sorry,
like
Peter,
a court show.
Give the people what they want.
Got to give the people what they want. But anyways, this month, has been very hectic. It's going to be very nice now to hopefully just kind of chill a little bit, go on autopilot, and just do a little bit less. But it's been truly, though, an incredible month for a lot of reasons. A lot of celebrations occurred. And it's been a great month for my family. I'm not going to lie. One that we'll never forget. That's for sure. So I guess let's get into it. So
wait a minute. Let's just walk into it. So one, you had your father's, well, first, you were gone for a while doing your training so you could fly with your father for his last flight.
Yeah.
Big accomplishment, very huge, very crazy story. You had your father's birthday party and retirement party. Yeah,
so it literally, this went from March. March was all training to ramp up for the last flight with my dad, hoping it would work out. Luckily we know now that it all did. Then the beginning of April was the IOE, the first IOE trip. Boom, April 1st it starts. Getting back and then going straight from IOE straight to Las Vegas for my brother's bachelor party. That occurred 3 days of insane fun in Las Vegas, celebrating Jack to soon be husband of Christine Weber. And from there, flew back to New York to to go back to LA then. Actually, no, I never went back to New York. From Vegas, I went straight to LA because the trip was beginning out of LA because my dad's LA based. And I did the trip with him there. We flew to New York. We had his retirement / birthday celebration. Actually, no, we didn't do his birthday. That's later on. We just did his retirement celebration that night. Flew back the next day for the most epic and beautiful of all flights of my career ever. Following that, I then went back to New York
for the wedding. Let's pick it up there.
And then, had a couple days to take care of some things in New York before Jack and Christine's wedding.
So, before we get into the wedding, we flew out there, and I don't know if any of you guys have ever flown standby before. Apparently, Peter and his whole family is used to this. It doesn't stress them out. It stresses me out.
30 years of experience will do that to you.
I've never, it's my first time. It was very cool, but it's my first time going to an airport and not knowing if I'm gonna.
Guys, again, you heard it straight from the horse's mouth there. Again, I just want to put Dusty on blast. First time, mid-April, taking advantage of unlimited passes all around the world. Just throwing it out there. Putting you on blast one more time.
It's hard when you have a job taking care of two dogs, man. I tell you
I knew
what.
That was coming. I knew that was coming.
It's tough. I'd like a vacation, but someone's got to take care of Trippy.
Yeah. I know. You're
someone's
right.
got to wipe his ass.
I forgot.
So we go, And Peter's trying to fuck with me. He's like, man, I don't know if we're going to get on here. He knew we were going to get on. But in some cases...
I was hoping we were going to... I wanted to get first. So we were doing the premium route. LA to New York to LA is on United. It's our premium service. So most of the flights are all the 787, the Dreamliner. And they have the beautiful Polaris first class product offered on those routes. And when I say it's a beautiful product, it is. I am an airline nerd, and these products can't be beat. So... I was hoping Dustin's first time we were going to get first class so bad. I wanted to give it to him. Unfortunately, those seats filled up. But on the 787, we do have a nice premium plus section. That's it's kind of like a business class section.
It was definitely like business class. Yeah, it was very, very posh.
I was messing with Dustin, and we were in the gate area. I just gave him this look. I'm like, oh no, oh no,
oh no.
Oh no!
I'm like, what?
What? Kevin Hart.
We're not gonna get on it. He's like, man, I don't know. Then I looked up at the screen and it said like P. Weber, D. Kendrick.
I didn't think Dustin was like looking at that stuff. I didn't think he was paying attention like that.
It said something boring. I'm like, you fucker, stop fucking. We get on, and guys, I've never flown like business class, first class, really. And let me tell you. I wish I could afford business or first class every time. You have so much space. The bathrooms even have space, guys. The bathrooms have space. Like I could literally. I'm a big guy. I could go in there and take a pee without touching the sides, and it was amazing.
Hey man, fly with me, fly United. We take care of you. All right, we take care of you,
man. So we take off. Actually, it was a little bit of a. I wasn't a big fan of that pilot, but we got there nice and safely. We come to Laguna. Well, we fly into Lex. We take an Uber.
That was Thursday. We flew out. Now, guys, I have to confess. I have to come clean. What I'm about to tell you is, let's just say this is a PSA. Truly, I mean this. This is a public service announcement. Do not eat raw meat. Just do not do it. Monday through Wednesday of this week, right? We're on Thursday now. Monday of Wednesday, for whatever reason, I was following this guy on Instagram, this diet, and it
give the name, give the shout out.
It consisted of the Instagram handle is the Raw Meat Experiment, and I don't know why I decided to follow this. Why I thought it was a good idea. You look at the page and like he's like obviously being sarcastic in some ways, but I did my own research on top of it, and I was like, oh, like like I've always loved sushi. I've always loved raw fish. Like I've actually had raw eggs quite a bit growing up, like just by choice. Like I actually enjoy it. I like my meat more, on the raw side, and so I saw this guy. He's already eating all his raw meat, and he's like, you got to make sure though. Obviously, there's always a chance of bacteria. You're never 100% protected from that. But essentially, he was promoting that if you can account for the one negative of that you're not guaranteed safe meat, which is a huge thing that you're risking there. If you can make sure that that's not an issue, there are only benefits of eating raw meat, right? And I was like, oh wow, okay, I'm sold. Boom. And no, I should never have been sold. So I proceeded to partake in this kind of diet for about 3 days, Monday through Wednesday, before we left for the wedding. Wow.
Not gonna lie, guys. I saw the big ass plate of this. I was like,
we're gonna spare some of the details there for you guys because I know.
No, give the details of what you brought out of a bag.
I am not going to do that for these.
Tell them.
I'm not. I'm sorry.
You've gone this far. You've gone this far. So I'm actually proud of you. I'm really proud of you. Tell them what you took a bite out of. 2 things. Tell them. That's very.
I'll say 2 things. It was a lot. I had a buffet, and to be honest, maybe that's why I then later struggled so hard. What I'm about to tell you happened, but
Let's not give a spoiler. Yeah. So yeah, he eats this like a full. Fast forward, we fly into
LAX and
take a
for
Uber
on Thursday.
Out to Laguna. We do a little family dinner party with Christine's family out on the beach. Had some tacos, had a little cake for your dad's birthday.
That's when we had a celebration for my dad's birthday. It was a beautiful Beautiful house. Christine's aunt had her family had gotten the Airbnb there, and it was cool because it was actually the first time that I actually got to meet Christine's family. I know it's kind of crazy, right? But with COVID and just being out in New York, that's just kind of how it all happened, with their dating timeline and then to getting married. So it was the first time I got to meet the full family, and so that was really nice. Great dinner and just getting to know everyone. What's so funny, Jack and Christine's relationship could not be any more perfect, and this is just like the cherry on top. She comes from a family of pilots as well. It's like the family of pilots just continues to grow and grow. There was 2 pilots that I met that were her family members that came up to me and they introduced themselves and like, yeah, I'm a pilot. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, no way. Just so cool. So I think it was meant to be with Jack and Christine.
And also that night, we got to talk a little bit about the hotel.
Okay. So no. I'm going to defend myself here.
Let me tell a story, then you can defend yourself. Let me tell the story, and you could defend yourself. Okay, guys. So we decided to save a little money. Well, Pete was very nice. He was like, "Yo,
save money. I'm gonna not charge you anything. Don't save money."
Okay, correct. So Pete was like very nice, and I'm gonna take care of your flight and your hotel. I'm like, "Oh, that's very nice. Thank you." So me, Kat, and Peter, we're gonna just share a hotel, and I'm like, "All right, this is cool."
I called middle, and they agreed.
So later on, as the date comes, actually, our buddy Gio is gonna stay with us as well. And also,
Ramos
is going to stay. So it's going to be 5 of us in this little apartment. I mean, this little hotel. So anyways, we get to the hotel. We're going to check in. And this guy's like, wait, it's going to be 5 of you? You guys should definitely get the 2 beds. Peter's like, no. We want this view of the ocean. We want this 1 bed and a pull out.
Okay, you're not describing it very fairly. When I had booked this, so first off, I was, ideally it was going to be one of the, Laguna Beach is a very, very nice area, right? I think if you've heard of it, you know what I'm talking about. It's a very beautiful area, very expensive area, and so I was trying to get a hotel like near, ideally like in the resort where they're getting married, but to get a single room, okay, maybe manageable. To get a room that can fit at least, 2 beds, the prices were astronomical. I'm like, all right, I'm trying to help everyone out. Maybe not going to go that route. So I'm going to find a more affordable option here, 10 minutes up the road here. So when I find this room, I'm like, oh, this is great. This is they're describing it as this like deluxe suite, ocean view, beautiful. It's got its own it's like 2 separate rooms. It's got pull out couch over here. It's got its king bed here. I'm like, all right, well, yeah, we can make do on that. Like it's not going to be an issue. And we show up.
Wait. So the guy's trying to tell us, he's like, you should really get the two beds. Pete's like, No. It's all good. Like we want the 1 bed and the pull-out couch. I'm like, Pete, you sure? He's like, yeah. Hey, wait, trust me. Dustin, he looked at me, dead eyes. Dude, trust me. Like so confident, cocky. Trust me. I'm like, okay. So we're walking. We get our keys. We're walking, and Pete's like, this guy's trying to rip us off for $200. Yo, I've read all the reviews. I've seen all this stuff. Like, this room's going to be fucking great. It's beautiful. It's like, no, we're not going to do the 2 bed. Like, it's the same size. And I'm like, okay. Actually, I got to send this video. I got to send this photo to Emma. We get in this son of a bitch of a room, and it is so small and cramped. Smells like shit. The pull-out couch has so many stains on it. It is literally, it's not even a mattress. It was so crazy thin and so little. I'm like, it's so funny. When Peter knows he's wrong, he just looks at you. You can see it on his face. He's like, oh, shit, I fucked up.
The funniest part was that We
I'm
were
sending
trying,
it to Emma.
First off, it was not. I'm sorry. Like I gotta call a spade a spade. It was false advertisement. It was not what it was described online. The pictures were so off. Nothing about that room was identical in any way. We couldn't even really enjoy how nice the view was because it was nighttime when we were checking in. So we just were, all right, maybe the view's nice. Who knows? And then Dustin's like trying to be a good sport and like, oh no, man, this will work. Let me pull out this couch. All right, this pull-out mattress, and he pulls it. Oh man, yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, we're good. Then he lays on it, and I just see his feet. Nope, can't do this. Cannot do this. I've never felt such a thin mattress. Literally, I kid you not, you could feel every spring in your back. It was insane. So
It was bad, guys.
I looked at my paws. I admitted I was wrong. And we went back, and the guy's there, like, kind of smirking. And but I was kind of like, hey, that's not cool. I was like defending you, or in a way, kind of sticking up for you guys because I was like really looking forward to this product that you had gotten me so excited for.
But the funny thing is, he was like, it's going to be the same price. You're like,
it
no,
wasn't
he's trying
the
to
price.
rip us off.
It was I wanted the nicer room. And I had checked all the pictures out, and the pictures I had seen, trust me, they sold that hotel more than it was. Definitely did not look like that in real life. But anyways, we check in Thursday, and we go back out. We meet out with everyone for a couple of drinks, some great live music in Laguna. Just a great time. Met up with a couple of guys from the bachelor party. So Friday, have a golf round. Jack set up for. So Jack, myself, my dad, Christine's dad, and Christine's uncle. So we go out, we go play 9 holes. Great course in the middle of this awesome just valley there in our kind of canyon right there off of Laguna. And then we finished golf, and I had like this. That was the beginning, guys. I had this like. This kind of like hot flash kind of over me. Like I started feeling a little warm, not like necessarily fever yet, but I'm like, what is that? And I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna go just lay down for a little bit. We had the rehearsal dinner that night, and I was like, I'm gonna just go lay down. So we go and we get some lunch after the round, and we disperse. I lay down for a couple hours, get ready. Oh. Another thing, I was so back and forth because I never actually went back to New York, right? So my suit jacket for the jacket picked out for the groomsmen, I never had a chance to actually get it tailored in New York for the black tux. That's like the company he had used for it, and so when I had brought it to Laguna, and like I'm one of those people. I've always been very particular with like suits. To me, I will love a suit that fits you. I don't like it when it's too big, too baggy, or too tight. And I like a tailored suit. It's one of the things I'm particular about. And so I was like, this is my brother's wedding. This has got to be perfect. So I was just hoping. I knew it was a long shot, but I need a same day tailor to fix this suit jacket for me in Laguna. Luckily, I found an absolute sweetheart, Mimi's Tailoring in Laguna Beach, guys. If you guys are ever finding yourself there, need some tailoring. If you're from Laguna, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But absolute sweetheart of a lady. She helped me out. She got it done in like 6 hours. Incredible work. Super happy with it. So that day. Or later that day on Friday, went to go pick up that jacket, went to the rehearsal dinner. We're all dressed up for that and had a great time. Beautiful dinner my parents had put on. It's stunning. Jack got a skywriter in the air to write "You look beautiful" to Christine. The guy's pulling out all the stops. I'm like, how in the world do I follow this one day? Like I thought I was romantic, and he's showing me up right now. But just a great venue, great people there. And great dinner. Oh my God, the food was incredible. Just an awesome time. Well, later that night, I started having a fever, and Gio pulls me aside, and I kind of can't stay warm. I'm like getting these chills. Gio comes with me to go, kind of like the front area away from everyone. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And he goes, hey, let's go to the car. I got some Tylenol, Advil for you. So I go in there. We blast the heat because I can't stay warm, and I'm just like trying to warm up there for like 20 minutes. Finally, I'm like, all right, let's go back in. 10 minutes after that, everything starts to kick in, and then boom, I am 100% well again. Nothing, I don't feel anything. I'm like, that's really weird. I've never had like medicine like that kick in and work that well. Like that's weird, but I'm not complaining. Okay, cool. So rest of the night, we have a great time, finish out the rehearsal dinner. Everyone's now leaving. We all go back to the montage where, the wedding was, and we go hang out there, the hotel lobby area, just having a great time. There's great live music. This guy playing the piano, just absolutely killing it. We walk in, he's playing Closer on the piano by Chainsmokers, and it is epic. It is epic. And just great vibes. Everyone's so excited for the wedding the next day. High energy. It's a beautiful time. We then, we are smart. We decide to call it a night, relatively early to not burn the candle at both ends the night before their most special and beautiful day of their lives for Jack and Christine. So we get some good beauty rest, and we wake up Saturday. We show up to the room that Jack had assigned for us at the hotel for all the groomsmen to get ready at and just spend some time. We get breakfast. My dad's there. Everyone's hanging out, prepping for what's to come. I'm feeling good. I'm, health-wise, I'm feeling good. I'm chilling. I'm like, that was the weirdest thing last night. Who knows what that was? And we are having a good time. We're starting to get dressed. We have photographers coming in. We're doing pictures, first looks, all that good stuff. It's a beautiful day. I can't, guys. Dustin, was that not the most perfect day weather-wise in LA?
Guys, when I tell you this wedding was out of a movie, it was like a rom-com movie that I was lucky enough to be a part of. It was insane. The wedding was beautiful. The vows were great. Jack and Christine had great vows.
Oh my God! They did bring me to tears.
Guy that officiated was amazing as well. The priest, he was awesome. It was from start to finish, just freaking amazing. And after the ceremony, we just take these buses back to the resort. What is it? A resort? The hotel? And yeah. You're getting ready to walk up, and guys, it's I can't explain it. It was out of a movie. I could not believe how beautiful that wedding was. It was insane.
Picture it could not have been. There was not a cloud in the sky. It was 67 degrees, perfect temperature, and you're walking down this beautiful resort right towards the coast where these cliffs are on Laguna Beach, overlooking this all this white water from these crashing waves over the rocks, absolutely stunning. And you come in, you make a right turn into where the venue is, and it says boarding flight Weber, and that's where everyone goes to get their luggage key that would show what table they were at, and every key had an airport identifier on it to designate which table they were going to. It was super cool. And it like Dustin said, it was a fairy tale. It was a fairy tale wedding. It was out of a rom-com. It was almost is this real life? And I remember, I looked at Dustin, and actually Kat just walked in, and I was like, dude, man, I can't wait to see what your wedding's like after this. This is gonna. I hope you got some inspiration here.
And after that, I spilled my red wine all over Peter.
That's a true story. True story. We're there talking, and it's social hour now. We've all been bussed over. So I guess we've kind of skipped some things there a little bit, but we go from, we took the pictures, all the prep stuff, beautiful pictures of the bride and the groom and everyone. And we go to the actual, I just want to touch on this real quick, and then we can get back to that. We go to the actual ceremony at this beautiful church. Oh my God, stunning church. That's literally a minute up the street. They have these shuttles that are busing us up and down, back and forth. And, the ceremony's done there, and it's got this beautiful view of the ocean. And man, I remember being Jack's best man, and Carly was Christine's maid of honor, her little sister. And so we're walking up together down the aisle, seeing Jack as we're entering for the ceremony to begin. And I'm just that was the first time where emotion just swelled over me. I was like, oh my God, this is my little brother. I'm just so happy for him. And I just had to do everything I could to not lose it, walking down the aisle, seeing him, and just so proud of him and what was about to happen. The ceremony was stunning, beautiful. Like Dustin said, vows could not have been more, heartfelt. And, they're married now. They're officially married now. It's time to go celebrate. And so we go back to the venue, just described how stunning it was. And yeah, and then we're chatting And I thought we were on good terms, Dusty, and just having a good time. And then boom, Dusty gives me this down cutter, upper swipe, I don't know what you call it, and hits my red wine glass. And I don't know how I did this, but it was like some Matrix type shit where I literally moved back so quickly that the wine only hit the part of my shirt right below my tie or underneath my tie, but nothing on my tie. And then my tie quickly covered it up again. I was like, what the hell? How did that happen? Anyways, I still won, and my dad had an extra shirt, so I changed and I got the fresh shirt on. But yeah, and then what about from there? Take it away.
Oh, from there, we boogied. We boogied the night away. We had cake, food, and we boogied. Guys, it was a happy ending of a wedding. And the next day, I think we all had like this afterglow high still. Like, how did we become so lucky to experience that? Like, it was insane. The next day, Peter's feeling a little sick.
Yeah.
He's just feeling a little under the weather. I'm thinking he might be a little hungover. Anyways, I'm like, hey, Pete, when do I leave? I'm not used to this flying standby, guys.
So guys,
like,
I'm looking at the flights here, right? And they're not looking good. They're all filled up. I'm looking from Orange County, direct New York, LA, direct New York. I'm like, oh shit. None of them are open seats. All of them are oversold. And so I'm just like making a choice. I'm like, so Kat already had a ticket, confirmed ticket. And I'm like, all right, she's going on to Orange County. This flight's oversold by 1. You're number like 3 on the list. You're number 3 on the list. Let's go for this one. There's, I've made it on flights worse than that, so let's go for this one, and you guys can be out of the same airport. And it's before Kat's flight leaves, so if for whatever reason she wanted to stay, if you didn't make it on, she has that option. So I listened for that one. But like Dustin said, and I could not have been luckier with my timing, because Sunday was, or Saturday was the most perfect day celebrating Jack and Christine. And in regards to how I felt like $1 million. I was so good. I felt great. No issues whatsoever. Like that one little thing Friday was the oddest thing, but I was feeling good.
I forgot too. You did do a really good job on your best man speech. We kind of left that out. Great best man speech. It was really good. Took you a minute to get started. He was a little choked up, but it made it good. You had Kat over there crying. Kat was crying from your speech.
Oh,
I kept on looking. Every time Pete looked at his brother, he just couldn't get it out. I've noticed Mr. Weber, Senior Weber he's a sweetheart. He's got a soft spot. And that day, oh man, I saw it come out of all you guys. All the Webers were just waterfalls out of the eyes. It was good. It was good.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. I gotta tell you, I was very nervous for the best man speech. I really was. And people, every time I say it, they're like, "What do you mean? How could you be nervous?" Like, I'm not good at public speaking. That's not my thing. And it's never been my thing. And so leading up to it, I was always like very nervous about it. Like, oh God, putting pressure. But then, and I had never done one of these, but then like, when I started prepping for it and then actually thinking about what I was going to do, then I think like anyone who has gone through it experiences, it gets a little easier where you just speak from your heart, and it's so easy to talk about that person that you know so well and to celebrate them and talk so highly of them. That's easy to do. So that helped out a lot. But yeah, oh my God, I remember Carly did hers. We were up there together, her maid of honor speech, and then it's my turn. And then I tried to open my mouth, and just nothing comes out. I was about to lose it before I even started saying anything. And
you spilled your whole drink.
I'm still on my drink.
I'm like, I think you just kept on. Your drink was full. It was empty by the end of your speech.
Yeah, no, well, I wasn't drinking it. Yeah, but no, thank you, man. I appreciate it. It was a cool moment between Jack and I.
Yeah. Fast forward, leaving. Okay, got lucky.
So yeah, I had no issues that night. Sunday, I wake up to Dustin, nagging at me to listen for a flight, right? So I got to listen for this flight. I send him off. They go off to go on it. And here I don't even know if he's going to make it on, right? I'm just hoping that it works out. Luckily, he does get on.
There was one seat left, and I was right next to. There was a blind seeing eye dog in my seat. The nice man was nice enough that was blind next to it. He was like, "Oh yeah, he would just sit right here." I'm like, he could lay under my feet all he wants. Like let him snug with me. It was a great ride back. Such a good boy, and safe travels back
adorable.
on my end. I got home safe.
When you said that, I thought you meant the seeing eye dog was blind. I was like, wait, what?
No, the blind seeing eye dog. That's how you say it, right?
Now I see what you're saying. Yeah. That's adorable.
The man next to me was blind. Super nice guy. Chatted a little bit. Those dogs are very expensive. Very smart dogs. Man, insane.
Oh, they're insanely smart. Yeah, you sent me a picture of it, and I'm just like you, Dusty. I'm one of those people I don't mind at all if my leg room is crowded by little 4-legged creatures like that. I'm all about it.
All about it. So yeah, I get home safe. Everything's good.
Yeah. So you get on, and Sunday morning.
Peter goes radio silent on me. I don't think I talked to him the rest of the day or the next day. I hear nothing from him. And then yesterday, was that yesterday or the day before? Was that Tuesday? That was Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday, me and Kat over here watching, stupid TV show, The Ultimatum. And all of a sudden, I hear barking, and the door opens up.
Who'd you think it was? Because you're right, I hadn't talked to anybody.
I didn't. I was really confused. I didn't know if you were coming back at all that week or not. Didn't know if you had flight. But the door opens, and he says, "You'll never believe what happened."
Oh my God!
He said, "I think I have salmonella." Wait, how do you say it?
Salmonella.
I'm like, no freaking way. He said, dude, guys, TMI.
Hey, no. I just been really sick. I've been really sick. So guys, this is what happened. Sunday, Dustin leaves, right? He doesn't really know what transpired because he was gone. But my stomach, I then went over and met up with Jack and Christine and spent some time with them before I had to head out. They were going on their honeymoon on Tuesday. My stomach is in knots. It is hurt. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, this is hot. Like, the food was incredible. Like, I don't think anything was from this is so weird. And I'm just not doing good. And Jack, I remember, was making comments. He's like, are you I know we went hard. We had a good night last night, but are you okay? I was like, yeah, I think so. But I'm just out of commission. We're laying out near the pool, and I'm just not talking to anybody, just nodding. I am not alive to the world right now. And then I end up getting my stuff. It's time for me to head out. They're heading out soon. I was going to go meet up with my family. They had already left. They were spending some time in Temecula, so I was going to go meet up with them before I had to fly back. And so I go out there, and I'm just now starting to come down with this fever. And I am really bad again. And it's not good. No bueno. Long story short, fast forward all this. Luckily, one of our family friends who was there is a doctor, taking care of me and giving me some advice what I should be doing. I'm hydrating like crazy right now. He's making me feel a little bit better, so I'm able to get back home now, and that's when I run into to Dustin and Katz, who are watching TV. I have no idea I'm coming home, and at this point though now I'm I'm starting to struggle again. And it's been a long day. They're like, what's going on? I fill them in. They immediately start laughing in my face that I am feeling the way that I'm feeling because of what I ate. I don't know how many millionth time, tell Dustin he is right. And he rubs it in my face again. And I go to bed. And I'm like, okay, I need to get some rest. I need to get some rest. Well, at 12:30, 1 a.m., I wake up and I have this fever, and I'm just like, I can't do this fever right now. This is bad. Something's wrong. And so I go and I get dressed and I go to get myself an Uber. And actually, you guys are still up. I come out, tell you guys, and you were very nice. You offered to go with me, but I was like, no, I'm fine, man. I'm good. Because I had a feeling this is probably gonna be a long night. So I go to the ER. I check myself in the ER. Guys, long story short, after a ton of testing, a ton of prodding and probing and all the fun stuff, I get discharged from the ER at about 8 a.m. I had not slept at all. And I have the summary here from New York Presbyterian Hospital. You have a gastrointestinal infection with Campylobacter. Please return to the ED if you experience high fevers, blah, blah, blah. So long story short, they told me that I had pancolitis and this infection, Campylobacter. Not salmonella, but I guess something that's also attributed from raw meat. So this is a long-winded story, guys, a long PSA to never, and I repeat, never, it is not worth it. And the only reason I'm like, I probably sound, chipper today and high energy because today is the first day that I finally feel good again and I feel like a normal human. It took it out of me. I felt like absolute shit. I love how I'm saying this and like probably like nobody needs to hear don't eat raw meat. Like I'm saying it like I'm like offering like this like service to people.
Yeah, I think we know.
I wish I could talk to Peter a week ago and I could be like, yo, you need to hear this.
I talked to Peter a week ago. I was like, are you sure you want to do this, buddy? You sure you want to go down this path?
Yeah, you know what? Listen, you live and you learn, and believe me, I have learned my lesson. I am smarter for it. I have a stronger immune system for it now, I hope so. And I've learned my lesson. So
what are we going to do with the rest of that meat?
You already threw it out, so thank God. This guy. Now I can't look at raw meat anymore. But all in all, I just gotta say I was so lucky that nothing affected the wedding. Nothing touched that. This could not have been crazier timing to help that be the case.
You're so lucky. I can't. You are so lucky you weren't shitting your pants at your.
That would have been.
You would not have been able to even attend.
I don't know if I would have. Yeah. I luckily it all worked out the way it did because it was like everyone kept saying it could not have been a more perfect wedding. Jack and Christine right now they're living the rough life in Tahiti. They FaceTimed me yesterday from their cabana over the water. Jack dove in, swam off about 50 yards and to this beautiful crystal blue water as Christine was filming. They are enjoying their honeymoon as they should. Newlyweds, I am so happy for them. We're going to have them on the pod here when they get back and they get back to a normal life and kind of decompress from everything, from all that's happened to them. But look forward to that. We'll get their perspective on everything. It's funny, they didn't even know that I was dealing with all this because, again, all this started really happening Sunday. And my brother's like, I knew it. I knew something was up, but they had no idea the extent of it.
What's Barb going to think when she hears this?
My mom has been an absolute saint. My mom was last night. She's like, "Can I fly out there? Can I fly out there to just nurse you back to health and take care of you and Trip? Is there anything I can do?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's so sweet, but I'll be good. I'm just resting right now. All I'm really doing is eating soup and a little bit of soup and a ton of electrolytes and some fruit here and there." But yeah, she's been amazing as always. And finally, I was able to text my parents today that I'm feeling good. I threw a little hallelujah emoji thing, not emoji, GIF. So feeling good. But guys, yes, that was a lot longer story than I thought it was going to be.
Details.
What else we got going on, Dusty?
Guys, yeah, that was a great story. I do want to talk a little bit about, this could be in a new segment, I guess. I've recently started volunteering with Volo Kids Foundation.
Yes.
And I've been volunteering on Mondays and Mondays is for basketball. Thursdays are for flag football. And we could always use more volunteers. These kids are freaking hilarious. One kid called me a goofy, and I dunked on him after that. But they're so funny. Shoot. They're so competitive. Sometimes they curse. I'm like, I'm not your parent, but you probably shouldn't say that word. But anyways, they're so fun and have so much energy, and it kind of brings me back to my inner child of being a kid and just talking shit to one another. Those were the good old days, man. But anyways, guys, we could always use volunteers for Volo. Also, by doing that, when you volunteer, you actually get a free league for yourself, so you could play in adult leagues of kickball, flag football, basketball, cornhole, whatever it may be. But just want to say, guys, we would love to have volunteers if you are in the New York area.
Would people be volunteering with you, like on the same team, or for separate teams?
So right now, we for basketball, we do drills for different age range, like just the younger kids to older kids. We do some drills. Then we start playing some pickup games and stuff like that. And then once I start to get the itch and hear they've been talking too much shit to one another, I find the one that talks the most shit. Whoever talks the most shit, I'm coming for him. And then I go and just block him and rough him up a little bit and dunk on him.
Damn, you're savage. You're savage.
Kat actually saw me dunk. She's like, I can't believe you dunked on him. But it's a lot of fun. These kids keep you young, and it's fun to kind of mentor these kids in a positive way. So they need volunteers for all sorts of types. You don't even have to know how to play basketball. You could maybe just help keep eyes on kids and just keep them organized. So other than that, I have nothing, man. It's been good being back in New York. The weather's breaking. Spring is here. The energy is alive. The boys are back. All three of us are back. Peter, me, and Clay in this household. And life's good, guys. Have nothing to complain about. Really looking forward to getting some more third roommate questions and stories to talk about.
Absolutely. Well, like you said, the boys are back. We've had a month of all months. Looking forward to some relaxation now, if you will, heading into a beautiful season of spring and a rejuvenation in the city and in just so many different aspects of our life. So this has been fun, guys. It's been fun sharing a crazy story with you all. But again, look forward to having Jack and Christina. We will have them on very, very soon and hear from the happy couple, the Webbers. Yeah, thanks for listening to my PSA. I hope it serves you well. I hope you don't make the same mistake I did.
Don't forget, don't eat raw meat or your colon will be inflamed.
You heard it here first, guys. We're Bachelors in the City, and we out. Bachelors in the City is hosted by me, Peter Weber.
And me, Dustin Kendrick. This podcast is produced by Red Rock Music.
Our producer is Emma Martins, and our executive producer is Red Yoakum. Our audio engineer is Enrique Hinojosa. Subscribe and like or review wherever you get your podcasts.
Follow the show on Instagram at Bachelors in the City Podcast.
Got questions for us about the show, life, or really whatever? DM at Bachelors in the City Podcast on Instagram for a chance to be a featured third roommate.
We'll catch you next time.